Good evening, challengers. Welcome to week 2. You've survived week 1 already. 5 minutes a day isn't that long, but as a lot of you are noticing already, when you do it every day with a bit of consistency, you can actually start to see changes and see results. So well done on staying the course. A couple of little changes for week 2. Instead of 25 seconds on and 10 seconds of rest, we're taking 35 seconds of exercise and then 15 seconds to recover and move on to the next exercise. To keep it under the 5 minutes, we're now doing 3 exercises instead of 4, 2 of which are familiar for you today, and we've got one new one. So if you haven't looked at the video for the rise to half bridge, go back and take a look at that so you're some bit familiar at least before we get started. And without further ado, with further ado, the hip bridge has a couple of variations added to it. So if you've been struggling with issues particularly related to the lower back, there are 2 videos there on how to do it slowly so that you're building up the muscles, the smaller postural muscles that are involved in stabilizing the lower back, and where the lower back meets the pelvis and where it meets the rib cage. So go back, have a look at those. The key thing on those is that you're unrolling the spine down towards the mat. So imagine we've got the mat here. Your spine isn't just coming down flat from the hip bridge. It's like you're peeling it away section by section and then rolling it back down section by section. So rather than just coming flat, straight up and straight down each time. You can do that one as more of a rehabilitation type exercise. You're not going to feel a lot going on in the back with it. You might feel it more in the hamstrings or in the backside. But rest assured that it's extremely effective on helping to stabilize and strengthen the lower back. So now, without further ado, we're going into our 3 exercises. Start the timer, 10-second lead in. First exercise is a squat. Slightly different variation today. Whoops. Let's just adjust that. Slightly different variation today. We're going to stay in a lower position. So just coming up and down slightly in this lower position. If you feel tension on the outside of the knees or pain, turn the toes outward slightly more. That will release the tension out of the knees. Good rule of thumb is that your toe should point whatever direction your thigh and your knee are pointing. So pulsing here, your legs should be starting to burn a little bit. If it's too much, you can come up a little bit higher and pulse at a higher angle. If you want a bit more, come right down and pulse in that very bottom position. Next up, hip bridge. So I'm going to demonstrate the slow one first. Hands off the ground so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm coming up relatively quickly and then slowly lowering down. My core is engaged, but I'm lowering down almost like I'm aiming for one vertebrae at a time. So it's one of the chunks of the spine touching down at a time. Now the pelvis touches down, tilt the pelvis away, tilt it back, peel all the way up off the floor. I'm going up quickly on the way up, control then and slow on the way down. I'm just going to finish out this rep. There we go. Next one, rise to half kneeling. So on this, same knee and arm are up in the air. Hand goes out at 45 degrees. Deep breath in. I'm pulling across the body towards that corner over there. Then I come up to the hands, turn the hand away, and I come up into my half bridge. Sit back down, turn the hand back, back down onto the elbow, shoulder comes back down. I'm going to show you here again. Coming up to the corner, up onto the hand, lift. Sit back down, come back down onto the elbow, shoulder comes back down. One more for a look up, right? Like just about have time. I did just about have time. Control it back down. Turn the hand, elbow comes down, shoulder comes down. Back up for the squat. Once again, going low, staying low. Just coming up and down ever so slightly. Going to make the legs absolutely burn. Going to make the backside burn. Great calorie burn on this because you're using the big muscles in the body. Bear in mind, you could be kind of doing the duck walk for a couple of days afterwards. So if you're worried about that, come up higher and just do that little pulse up at a higher angle. I'm going to go down low again for the last few seconds. Hip bridge again is next. So I'm going to go faster this time just so I'm getting a more cardiovascular effect. If you've got lower back trouble, stick with the slow ones and even do some extra later on this evening. So this is really working the hamstring and the backside. You'll actually get a little bit of a stretch on this, on the front of the thigh here, at the top of the thigh and the front of the hip, where the quadriceps muscle in the thigh actually comes up over the hip. 35 seconds is enough there to get a nice little burn in the hamstrings on that one. So coming up for opposite side, here we go. Arm out at 45 degrees, not 90, not 0, 45 degrees. Exhale, come up onto the elbow, up onto the hand, turn the hand away, and bridge. I'm going to come back down here a bit so you can see what my foot is doing. Again, exhale up, coming across onto the elbow, onto the hand. So I'm now on the outside of my left foot, not digging the heel in, the outside of the foot. So bringing in some of the work from your side plank. And there we go. That is day number 8 done and dusted. Lovely therapeutic sound, nice and chillaxed. Hope you enjoyed that. Questions, comments, observations, hit me with the comments or a direct message if you don't want to say it in a public forum. Otherwise, look forward to tomorrow and be interesting to see who makes it onto the nice list and the naughty list next week.